The cost of living crisis in the UK is a multifaceted economic issue, driven by a combination of high inflation, soaring energy prices, rising housing costs, and stagnant wages. These factors have created significant financial pressure on households, particularly among those on lower incomes. Inflation has been a key contributor, causing prices for essentials such as food, fuel, and everyday goods to increase sharply. As inflation erodes the value of money, many families struggle to afford basic necessities. This has particularly affected vulnerable groups, including pensioners and those on fixed incomes, as their purchasing power has been significantly reduced. Energy prices have also soared, driven in part by global supply chain disruptions and geopolitical tensions. The rising cost of electricity and gas has led to much higher household energy bills, particularly during the colder months when heating costs are higher. This has left many people with difficult choices between heating their homes and paying for other essentials. The housing market has contributed to the crisis as well, with both rent and property prices climbing at unsustainable rates. Renters face increased rent prices, and potential homeowners find it difficult to save for a deposit due to the high cost of living. The affordability of housing in the UK has become a major barrier to financial stability for many, and homeownership is increasingly out of reach for younger generations. Wages, meanwhile, have not kept up with these rising costs. While some sectors have seen wage increases, many workers are experiencing real-term wage cuts, as salary growth fails to match the pace of inflation. This has left many households struggling to maintain their standard of living, with disposable income shrinking for a large portion of the population. In response, the UK government has introduced measures such as energy price caps and direct cost of living payments to alleviate some of the financial strain. However, critics argue that these interventions have not been sufficient to fully address the scale of the crisis. Many people are now reliant on food banks, charities, and other community support services to meet their basic needs, highlighting the widespread nature of the issue. The cost of living crisis has led to increased poverty, financial insecurity, and a rising reliance on state and charitable support. It has affected families, young professionals, and pensioners alike, with many feeling uncertain about their financial futures. As the crisis continues, there are calls for more comprehensive government action to address the underlying causes and provide long-term relief to struggling households.